everyone. So, this is me. I'm a person. I have some fidget toys. These are great. I love them. They're super fun and helps with concentration. This is just a chestnut, but it's so smooth, like chestnuts are. So I love it. It's really nice. But that's not what I'm gonna do today. Even though it's super fun. What I am going to do is draw at the same time as I tell a story. Now, I've made a video in the past that I drew the story with simplistic characters at the same time as I was telling it. I want to make those kind of videos again, but I also want to get better at telling stories, and it's hard to do that at the same time as you're trying to draw the story, even if it's like just really simple characters. So what I'm gonna be drawing is not gonna have anything to do with the story. It's just something to look at if you want to relax and you're not doing anything else with your eyes. Maybe you're just having them closed, which is completely fine. You can have them closed if you want to. Because, as I said, this is just going to be a background, kind of abstract art thing. And if you watched my other videos, probably not, because not very many have seen them. But if you are that one person that has seen them, then hey, welcome back. I'm glad to have you here. It's kind of fun. I mean, I think I would have still been doing this if no one has been watching, because it's kind of fun to just do something that isn't hard and very relaxing to me anyway. And what I was gonna say is I have this new pen. It's made of wood, but it's a mechanical pen, and it's really nice, and I love it. Love it. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a bit. It's manual focus, so there we go, out of focus, and then I turn that off. Oh no, you got the focus, there we go. That's a good focus. It didn't focus before the video started. Should have maybe done that, but hey. So go. This is a story about a person. It's a girl named Lililia. That's a nice name, isn't it? Lililia. She lives in a tent. Which, I know what you're thinking. Is she homeless? No, she lives in a tent. That's just what she does. That is her home. She likes living in a tent because tents can move anywhere they want in the world. Well, unless someone else doesn't want you to move there. Private properties and whatever, but there's a lot of places you can move with a tent. One day she was out tenting in the forest. She had set up her home in a nice big green pine forest, pine and leaf forest. There's a lot of trees, and it is a nice springtime in this world she is in. And today another traveler seemed to have also made up a camp in this same forest, close to this forest, and that is kind of interesting. Lilia thought and therefore she, wanted to see who it was. She waited and waited and walked past this new tent from time to time, but there was never anyone there. She waited a couple of days, checked in from time to time, no one there. So her curiosity took the best of her. She had to see whatever kind of person might be inside there, or why there is no one there. So she walked up to the tent. It was a big, nice blue tent, very complimentary. I can't even say that word. Complementary to her tent, which was a yellow tent. Of course, yellow tents are very pretty, so are blue tents. Anyway, she walked in to say hello, or she said hello before she opened because she didn't want to accidentally open on someone that was, doing something. So when she didn't get an answer though, she slowly opened the tent, and with that, she noticed that there was a dead man. He seemed to have lived. It seems like as if he'd been aged to a really old age, and his body was all crumpled up. But all his stuff didn't seem like it was old in any way. Quite in the contrary, it seems like it has only been here for a few days, considering the fresh fire and stuff that has been set up. And there's quite a bunch of food that hasn't rotten or anything. Of course, this scared Lalilia, and she thought it'd be a great idea to get out of here. But she investigated a little further and she saw a note that was in his hand, and it said, "Please, whatever traveler sees this letter, I need your help. This land needs your help. Maybe even the world. There is some really bad people that has cursed me. That is why you have found my body, maybe in ashes, because this curse ages you a million years into the future." Now, I must admit, it was my fault for trying to find a cure for old age. I wanted to seek out people that could bring me a spell and make me live for a long time, maybe even forever. And I got that spell by a person, but that was only to trick me into doing a bad deed. But enough about me. If you're in for this, please take my sword. It's in the big yellow bag, bundled up. If anything can stop this curse or these people, it is the one who wields this sword. She takes out the sword to look at it, and it is quite a nice sword. The handle is golden, filled with jewels and precious stones. The handle is the blade is of a very shiny metal. but it also seems quite sturdy with its heft, and she picks it up. It also has a quilt, so she straps that to her body and thinks, I don't know what to believe, because spells is not really anything that is common knowledge in this world she lives in. Magic is just a thing of myth, or so she thought. Now, she obviously she didn't believe him right away, but she obviously had seen something quite strange with this body, so she takes the map, or she takes the note which has a map on it, but she continues reading. You need to go to the destination located on this map, and there you will find a cave. This is where the people hide out in. Do not go in through the main entrance. The main entrance will alarm them. But there are, however, secret entrances that not even the people who wander those caves know of. And I have described this next to the map, where to find these locations. But even with these secret pathways, I beg of you to be very cautious. This is not the most this is not the easiest place to infiltrate, but you have to try, because otherwise you will end up cursed like me anyways. Well, with that, she takes off, goes to find this cave, and it doesn't take very long before she does. She goes in, she finds one of the sacred pathways that she can go in through, and when she's in, she can see quite, it doesn't really look like a cave anymore. When she's gone in quite a bit, it looks more like an inside of some sort of temple with very beautiful paintings and marble statues and beautiful jewelry and stuff on display. Just a lot of beautiful stuff. This is a hallway that leads to quite a few different places. On the letter it told her to find and stab the big green. The big green is a jewelry that it's a big rock kind of that shimmers with a yellow light inside. It's very obvious, it said in the letter. She goes and looks and she hears a few people, so she hides behind a statue and they walk past. And when they walk past, she can hear them say, "Oh, Marvel, are you thinking about what the great leader said? The great leader wants to release the magic to the world. He wants to improve it. Like that is ever going to happen." Of course that and the other one says, "Oh, of course it won't. It won't improve anything. It's better to just get rid of the peasants who live here. Of course, everyone in the order knows this. It's only the great leader that is opposed to this." Yes, of course. The first one says, this will most certainly start a mutiny. And he really thought that we would just let that poor peasant go away with the gift of 1,000,000 lives. Oops, the camera moved a little bit. I hope my setup doesn't fall apart. And when they walked past, she kept walking, kept seeking. This is quite the weird and a very maze-like place. There's a lot of corridors and stuff. Oh my god, is my setup isn't the best. Soon I'm gonna get a new microphone and a new mic stand, which means I can use the old mic stand as a means of holding up the camera, because this setup is not the greatest. Anyway, with with the story, I can't even. She eventually walks into a big room where this big ball hovering above a sort of square. Not a square. What was I thinking of? I don't know. I don't know if not enough words of things that hold up stuff. podium? No, not a podium. That's what you speak behind. A I really can't figure out the word. I'm just gonna move on. It hovers above some sort of altar or place where, you know, you put items to display, and the green ball is that green ball with a very interesting shimmer. There's a green shimmer inside of it. Or no, a yellow shimmer inside of it. Looks a little bit something like this. And it moves around, and she walks up to it and she stabs it with the sword she got, thinking this was a bit easier than the man in the letter said it would be, but that's just great for her. But it starts to shatter, and from behind you hear a person starting to yell. Oh no, wait, this is ASMR. They start to whisper out, "Hey, you there, get away from there. You can destroy our great power. How even did you get hold of such a weapon that could possibly destroy our sorcerer stone?" And then they run after him. Everyone. But it doesn't matter because he's scattered. The big ball. And it fell apart. And it started to, the light that was contained inside of this big ball started to seep through the cracks, and it got quite hot. The power was very powerful, and everyone started to try to run away instead. But no one made it except for our hero, Lalidia. She was like, "Yay, I did it." But how did I get out here? I was in the cave with the exploding core. or the green stone. And then she looks behind her. There is a quite tall person with robes, white robes with green. A green circle or a disc, a symbol on their chest. And the ropes were also decorated in some yellow. And he said, "Thanks. We awoke, had been awoken by another fellow human like yourself. I am sad that my people and my time had to go, but to be honest, we should have been gone for quite a long time. That we got back was not meant to happen." And the people of mine had become very, very very ruined, or again, I'm trying to think of a word that I can't find in my head. But they've become ruined by power. And I'm gonna let you live your life now. And know that the man that woke us just made a little mistake. And he had to pay for it in a horrible way, but I will make sure that his soul goes to a better place than it might have gone. I'm not sure it can ever be better than Earth, but better than where it would have gone without guidance. And I need to go to that blast. I had to use my last bit of energy to save you from it. And I wish you the best. You are a nice and wonderful and great person. I will take my leave. And then he just disappears in the sunlight. And now it's just little Lily. Was that her name? And she goes back to her tent, thinks about what if this just happened. And she's quite content. And she just hopes that the next place she goes to can have the same amount of excitement, maybe a little less of dread. Anyway, that is the story for today. This is really fun because well, I should probably end it very soon because my battery is running out of my camera. So have a good night. Let's take 2 breaths before we say our goodbyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Bye bye.